Thank you so much for following along this week in my 5 to Thrive. Today is the last and final concept number 5, which is accepting change. You know, change is one of those things that it's hard to grapple. I get it. It's uncomfortable because when we change, often we shift and a lot of the things around us have to change as well. But as meditation guru David G says, that change is the only thing that's constant in our lives. Every cell of our body is actually changing on a daily basis. So if we can accept change and understand that when we resist it, it causes us more problems, then accepting it, our life will actually expand. And so, you know, I understand why it's scary because it feels uncomfortable and sometimes it makes the people around us feel uncomfortable as well. It means that we have to look within ourselves, and often we've been pushing the blame outside of us. Often we realize through this exploration work that we do on ourselves coming up and leading into the change, we realize that it hasn't been everyone else that's been causing all of this stuff in our life or everyone else that's been in our way. It's often us. We need to get out of our own way. And change means that we do have to unravel some of the patterns, some of the beliefs and the behaviors that we have been holding on to for a very long time. And I get asked this question all the time: who will I be after this change? Will I be different? What will my life be like after this problem, this thing I've been holding on to, is actually gone? And sometimes that is a scary thought. And what I would say to you is that acceptance always precedes change. So accepting right now that this is as good as your life is going to get if you keep holding on to the issues and the problems and the things that are holding you back. So my question to you is, are you happy with where you are at right now in your life? All right, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome, okay? So I'm going to get you, I've got a couple questions that you can ask yourself. Where in your life have you been doing the same thing over and over again but expecting a different outcome? Certain beliefs and behaviors must go in order for our life to change. What beliefs are you ready to accept haven't been working for you? And what behaviors are you ready to accept that they must go and that it's time for change? So a couple journal questions for you there. You know, and I wholeheartedly believe that wanting change and being ready for change are two totally different things. All right? So everyone wants, dreams and hopes that they're going to have change, that something will be different in their life. Wanting is good. It's the first step to change. It means you have awareness and you see where your life. The areas of change that I'm talking about in your life could be with your relationships, with work, with health, with money, with friendships, with the way that you speak to yourself, especially. And you know, our old coping mechanisms were great. They got us to where we are today, and we should be really grateful for that. However, I'm here to tell you that you do not need to hold on to anything that is no longer serving you. I see being ready to change happening in two ways. The first way is that you see the benefit of the change and it's so big, bright and shiny in your face. It smacks you in the head and it says, you need to change. This is how you do it. You get up and you stand up and you say, I'm ready for change. The second way that I see it is not so positive. It often happens when we are at our lowest of low, otherwise known as a rock bottom, when something happens in our life that completely splits us open, breaks us in two, and makes us basically on our knees, knowing that we need to have massive. I know about rock bottoms because I've been there. In 2017, I was on my knees. The overwhelm, the stress and the anxiety of just surviving life, holding everyone up around me, trying to be a good mother, trying to be a good wife, trying to run a business and attempting to fix, manage and control the alcoholism and drug addiction that was in my family at the time, absolutely broke me and split me open, and I knew that I was on my knees and the only way was up. And I'm so grateful for the people in my life who helped me through the darkest time of my life, and now I know that it's my time and my turn to pass this gift forward. And this is why I wholeheartedly believe in 5 to Thrive, because I have used these tools in my life and I have changed my life for the good. And I get emotional talking about it. Mel Robbins says that every phase of your life will require a new you. Are you ready?